Okay, so I just wanted to go over some navigation in eCampus just via video, so you'd have it. You might not need it, but just so everyone's on the same page, I just kind of wanted to just do a quick run through of things. Let me share my screen. And the main place you will be doing your work is under learning modules. I did create a little start here thing so you could find this video and then the instructor introduction video. Feel free to watch that. You don't have to, but just some information about me. It's really short. It's like 3 minutes. And then you can find your syllabus here too, which includes your course schedule. You should be able to view that and download it if you prefer to do it that way. But your main thing that you'll be working in is your learning modules. And I have all this set up. Obviously, there are 6 weeks. I haven't finished the 5th and 6th week, but so you'll have these different little folders. So week 1, everything is laid out for you. You're going over unit 1 and unit 2 in week 1. So you'll click on week 1, then you'll start with unit 1, then go to unit 2. And I've uploaded here the first 3 chapters of the textbook in case you have not had a chance to get that. And I guess I'll go over the syllabus too in this video, but so you have these PDFs. I cannot upload more than that because it starts getting into some copyright issues. But just in case you haven't had time to get the book or you don't have time this week to get the book, it should be at the bookstore. But these are the first 3 chapters that we'll be going over. And then you can just click down through this. Sorry about that. I have uploaded the PowerPoint slides, so hopefully those are helpful. And then I have also uploaded recorded lectures for each PowerPoint. So you can see all of those. And then your assignment here at the end is just your weekly assignment. Those are all worth 10 points. And I've created I did an attachment. I thought I did. Where did that go? Yeah. So you have the attachment of the rubric and the guidelines, but I also put the guidelines up in the description box. So you have it both places. Some people in my last online class had a problem opening the guidelines at certain times. So I just wanted you to have all of that. And then you'll go back to your learning modules, week 1, and then you'll get started on unit 2. And I put the readings here, like even though they're for unit 1, unit 2, I put all of them under both just to make sure that all the bases are covered there. So that's kind of some navigation stuff. And then the announcements, I will always send an email. I'm trying to open it. Whenever I do announcements. I've not done any yet, but I will after I finish this video. So talk a little bit, I'm going to just go over the highlights of the syllabus. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you have it at your disposal here. So certain things like office hours for an online class are a little bit different. I won't hold office hours, but we can Zoom by appointment, and I'd be more than happy to accommodate your schedule and your schedule needs. I think summer is hard to do set office hours or it's hard for students to come to set office hours because a lot's going on in the summer that's different than normal time. So here's my email, and I probably won't be in the office a lot this summer, but if I am, it will be in Armstrong 113. And if we do a Zoom meeting, or if you need to talk to me via Zoom, you have to be logged into your WVU account in order to access the room. Just something and that's probably for all of your other teachers as well. This class mostly is designed to apply mediated communication or think about mediated communication in a real world context, and how to be critical thinkers in terms of mediated communication. And that's not just news media, that's not just social media, that's we go over a lot in this class. So yeah, it's just it's mostly to get you and others to start thinking about how we use and interpret and interact with media. So here's your textbook, and I'll send an email out too with this citation here, so you can go ahead and work on getting that. I know the bookstore has it. I think you can also get it on Amazon or wherever you get your books from. We will have 10 weekly assignments, and I know that sounds like a lot for a 6-week class, but they're all subjective assignments. So that means that, like, you do have to know the answers in terms of like what the coursework is, but it's also stuff that's relevant to your life. Like some questions will be like, how does this affect you in your everyday life? Or there's one where we do a media log, and you just have to log your media use for a day and then talk about how it made you realize like how much you use media or how little you use media or what time you spend on what apps and stuff like that. So it's really like designed, these assignments are designed to, yes, put the content in your head and like retain that knowledge, but also like application stuff. So you have 3 exams, and these will be 50 question exams. You'll have one in week 2, I think one in week 4, and then one in week 6. So I'll go over those closer to time, or I'll send out emails closer to time. You have a media artifact paper, and this is just like a 2 to 3 page paper. It's worth 50 points though. And we'll go over that a little bit closer to time, but the guidelines are here in the syllabus. I'll make a separate link to all of this too without the syllabus. But we go over a lot of theory in this class, and you'll just be applying a theory to some media artifact, meaning some media message, whether that's like a meme or like a YouTube video, or you can go over a lot of things. So, and then you just write about how that applies to the theory and so on. And again, you can read this on your own. We're not going to go through everything here. But it needs to be at least 2 full pages, which is not that much. And then and not to minimize it, it is a lot, but I know that sometimes, especially with online courses, you can look at the workload and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. But if we think about it in terms of like, well, this is mostly subjective writing or reflective writing, and 2 full pages, we can knock that out, right? So it's due on July 31st. And then I also really need you to submit all of your assignments in a Word doc or a PDF format so I can view them. If you don't, I won't grade them, and I'll probably leave a comment in the comment section on your assignments that just says, I need this in a PDF or something. So late policy, you can turn things in late, and I'm willing to work with you, but I will reduce your grade by 20% per day, and I won't accept things 3 days after the due date. So just keep that in mind. And here's the rubric. I always suggest going over the rubric before submitting anything. If you have a rubric, look at it. And this class is on a points-based grading scale. So no percentages. For example, if you email me at the end of this term and you're like, well, I'm like an 89.5%, that's not really how this works. It's more this points-based system. So if you're like an 89.5%, and that's a 404 in terms of points, then that's a B. So just make sure you're clear on that. It is points based, which means you can keep up with your grades throughout the semester. You can do that with percentages too, but so here's the grading log, exams, assignments, and your media artifact paper, total of 450 points. And these are all really important statements, but I'm not going to spend this video going over them. And here's your course schedule. So you have due dates for assignments and exams, and then what we're going over, and then the chapter in your book that you'll need to cover. So something just weird popped up on my computer. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And I'm going to stop sharing. If you have any questions about the syllabus or about navigating eCampus, shoot me an email. We can talk about it. We can Zoom about it. We can email back and forth about it. My schedule is pretty flexible throughout this summer. I am working, but I can like work around other schedules if needed. And I'm really looking forward to teaching this class again. And yeah, I can't wait to learn about you all through your assignments and through your work.